So I wonder if that's going to make it to the blooper reel.
Congratulations on this movie. I've now seen it twice, and when I walked out of it both times, you were somebody that just like I feel like stole the show. I know this is your first Hollywood movie, and I can't wait for audiences to kind of discover you, a new audience to discover you. But what was it for you that when this script came along or this audition that made you say, I want to try out for this, or I want to be a part of this movie?
Well, when I read the script, the whole time, like I could vividly imagine each and every scene in my brain. And that's usually a sign for me that this storytelling in the script is really good, because like I can really picture it and visualize it. But aside from that, before I had made the decision to start expanding my career out in Hollywood, I had like specifics or like dreams that I wanted to achieve. And one thing was I wanted to do like a horror comedy, because that's a genre that I never had the chance to dabble into while I was in the Philippines. And so when I got the script, it had horror, it had comedy, it had romance, and I was playing a teenager. All these 4 points were all hopes or like a wish list of mine, like for certain roles that I would get. And so when I got the script, I was like, it's perfect. It's like everything I wanted in one script. So I kind of call this like my dream project.
Yeah, I talked to Zelda like a month ago at an event, and I said this was like a perfect mashup, you know, which plays into the whole Frankenstein thing though, of every like 80s movie I grew up loving, but you could never fully get every little thing together. And I think you all did it so well. But another thing was this character that you play is just so much fun, and she's such a twist on a trope that I feel like we're so used to knowing. And that's something this movie also does, is you get all the tropes, but there's a few with a twist. And so with Taffy, she is this girl you expect to be this like really mean stepsister and whatever, but she ends up being so supportive, but she still has those little quirks and those little lines, you know, but like in a way that you can't get mad at her. So what was it like playing a character we don't really see a version of very often?
Well, I was really excited when I learned that I was going to be playing the good sister and not like the mean sister, because I honestly have a very hard time like playing mean characters. And I think I was so lucky because when Zelda asked me to audition for this, I asked her why, and she was like, well, one thing that I'm looking for, like a quality or a trait that I'm looking for in this character is I want her to be really earnest. And that's like one trait that I really like. It's one of your defining characteristics. And I was like, really? And so I kind of leaned into that a little bit more. And even though obviously like this is my first film out in Hollywood and outside of the Philippines, I was very nervous going into it. I felt some comfort in kind of portraying a character that is a little bit similar to me and someone I can really resonate with, but like the experiences and the journey that she's going through is totally like out of this world and something that I probably will never get to experience. And that's what made it so much fun. And I genuinely just love that I had the opportunity to kind of play a sister role, because I'm actually a sister to 10 younger siblings. So, and I feel like that's something I haven't really had the chance to do yet. Like I haven't really played the sister, like the caring, loving sister. So I got really excited about that.
And I love that we get the shift in the character, just seeing after the scene in the bedroom. And the way that you play that, and that is so much physicality and like just facial things, which you and Cole both have to do, is really sell things with just no words in some aspects. What was taking on that part of the movie like?
I was so excited to like going into that scene, because it was my first scene with Cole actually.
Oh, and wow.
With the 4 like teenage cast all together. How did I prepare for this scene actually? Well, Zelda kind of prepped me before going into it. Because there was a lot of like the technical aspect of it with like the slashing and the blood and the effects and everything. But I think going into it, like emotionally, how I prepared for that is like, because I wasn't supposed to expect for that to happen, you know? And so I was just leaning into more of like the scene before that and the emotion that my character was carrying leading up into that scene. And then when that actual thing happens, the chopping, I don't know. I just tried to play it how I would actually like naturally just react to that. I feel like that's how anyone would react to that sort of situation. And it really helped that like Cole, he didn't have any lines, but just his physicality and his body language and everything was like so amazing. And I was really able to like draw from that too. And also Catherine, it was so easy to just draw emotions from them and kind of feed off of that.
Yeah, and this is such an amazing cast. You know, you have veteran actors like Joe and Carla who are, I don't know how you kept a straight face around any person on this set. So if there's a blooper reel that comes out, what is that one like blooper moment that you hope makes the blooper reel?
There was a lot of bloopers, I believe, in the car scene that I took with Lisa that's in the trailer. And that's because me and Catherine were filming that. We filmed that at like 2 a.m. in the morning till 5 a.m. And she had come from like a long day of filming, and I was well rested coming into the set, and I had so much energy. And although I expected her to be tired, she had more energy than me. She was even asking to film like TikToks and everything. And so while we were waiting for the setup and the car mounting and everything, we were just rapping and singing in the car. So I wonder if that's going to make it to the blooper reel.
Oh, I love that. And I know when you were in the Philippines, you kind of did movies a lot with the same people. If you to take this cast and do another type of movie, but maybe in a different genre, what is that movie you'd want to do with this cast again?
Oh, that is so cool. Maybe like a suspense, kind of like psychological thriller. I feel, because that's my dream genre, and I feel like they would all kill it too, especially Carla.
Oh yeah, she's great in like every type of thing. She's like a master. And last question, when I was talking to Zelda, we were talking about representation because it was at the Unforgettable Gala, which is an Asian event, and we were talking about how, you know, the first time maybe she saw herself seen and she didn't really have that, and she mentioned how excited she was for you to come over here and bring this new audience. So what does that mean to you to now, like, obviously you have the fan base in the Philippines and probably all over the world as well, but now American audiences will get to know you, and you know, people like me that grew up in America will get to see somebody that maybe we didn't have as a child. So like, what does that mean for you?
Honestly, just to be quite frank, I try not to think about it so much, because I feel like when I was just starting my career out in the Philippines, you know, when you're new to it, that's all you can think about is like wanting to gain the love of people, wanting more attention, wanting the spotlight and everything, because that's what you think success is in this type of industry. But I've already kind of experienced that. And so coming into building a career out here in America, I just want it to be all about like really soaking in the journey and the experience and really just having fun throughout the process, because now I don't have to be worried about whether or not a movie of mine is going to fail or anything. Like, it's just about me enjoying what I love doing and learning along the way and growing as a human being. And so I keep on saying this in a lot of my interviews, but what I'm most excited about this whole transition into Hollywood is just being able to be a rookie again, but having the experience that I have, so that I don't have to focus on whatever like small details it is that usually worries or freaks out rookies. And I'm having so much fun, and I think whatever happens, like whether I gain recognition to like this new market or whatever, at the end of the day, my whole purpose and intention behind this is really just to grow as an actor. It's for myself, honestly. I don't want to sound selfish, but like,
no, I love that, because a lot of time you are right in everything that you're saying. And just to be a presence, it doesn't have to be about certain things, just to be that presence and seeing you do your thing is like enough of a thing for, I feel like, fans. But they're giving me the rap, but I just want to say congratulations. You are amazing, and I cannot wait to see what you do next in Hollywood, because I think you can do just fine.
Oh, thank you so much, Lisa.
Really hope this goth phase ends soon.